Hi everyone, welcome to day 3 of our mini art journal challenge, where we do an art journal every day and we focus on a different painting technique. First day we focused on dry brush technique, the second day sponging, and today we will be doing paint scraping. We'll be doing with a paint scraper. This is a ready-made one. The brand is Bondo, but you don't need to go and rush and get a ready-made one. I still use my trusty an old credit card or an old gift card, and anything sturdy enough that can swipe the paint. Okay, so without further ado, let's begin. Okay, time for paint scraping. So our technique for today, the third day of our challenge, would be paint scraping. I love this technique. It gives a really beautiful effect. I've chose some colors here. I want to do some of these blues and greens and teals. Now you can hold the page anywhere you want when you're doing any of these techniques. I was doing it like this mainly the last 2 episodes, mainly because I wanted you to see it. Sometimes it comes too low down. But also, I think when I hold it like this, and I swipe across, when we make the book, we would have these horizontal lines, which I really like. So you can get them straight across, or you can swerve them, okay? So I'm just gonna put some dots. You can put them anywhere. I wanted a long spread. You can do some here, some there. I'm just gonna all put them, oh boy. The little containers, especially when they're full, give you a nice dot. These are just splattering out because they're running out, so they don't give a nice. This one is pretty full, so I can get a nice dot kind of thing. And what I kind of want some white space in between. So let's see. I feel like I put too much already, but it's going to scrape right across and give me a lovely effect. Okay, so you can get an old gift card or credit card that you can swipe with, or anything that's sturdy enough to swipe across. I have one of these, a scraper, which you use for paint, so I can use that. I'm going to use my trusty gift card because I know a lot of you probably don't have these, but I want to show you how well this can work as well. Okay. All right. So I'm putting some pressure down. And I'm going straight across, and I like to swerve because I want to be able to get a swervy kind of feel. I was going to finish this off here, but I like how it just went off, and one of the pages will have that negative space. I can do something with it, okay? So I'm going to keep the paint here, and I'm going to do these. Kind of want to do down, overlap, and come across. These colors are gorgeous. I think I'm going to leave it like that. I have extra, so I can do another page. Never waste paint. I have so much here. Let's try it this way. And what if I just go straight across? Oh my goodness, look at how beautiful. I'm just experimenting and see how that goes. Okay, I still have paint. Oh my goodness, I used a lot of paint, which I don't mind at all because then I get to do more fun stuff with these colors. Oh. You can experiment with putting it lightly as it sits on top, or going really sharp, and it becomes, it's almost like it's staining the page. Nice. See, I finished all the paint. Still has some never-ending paint. So these are lovely. So these we'll use for our books. You can also use these as collage paper, because I did extra. I was just supposed to do one, but this was the one I did initially to do. So I like these too. I'm gonna put that aside, let it dry, and then we'll come back and make our book with this one. I like how this is looking already. Okay, so we're gonna make our book, but before I make my book, this was the one I was gonna make my book out of, but I am really enjoying this lime green that's happening there, and I do like having white space in between with the book, but I'm gonna leave the white space in this one, but I'm gonna put more of that lime green in, and because I like it, and I'm going to use that same scraping effect and have, because it's so light, it's going to create a lovely background behind there. And this one is Artist Loft Permanent Green Light. I'm saying lime green, but this is the proper name, Permanent Green Light. Let me just put in some dots where the white is. That should be enough. Okay, let's swipe. It's gonna go right over and create almost a background. So it becomes a whole background. Beautiful, looks like a landscape. Okay, good. So let's put that to dry. But this one that's already dry, we'll make into the book. Okay, so you remember the steps for the book? Facing this way, we're turning it over to show the white. Okay, horizontal, flip over, turn to you, fold it to you halfway. Make sure it's nice and creased, because then it really works better. Then vertical, turn, facing you, turn to you, fold to you, halfway. Leave it right there. Oh, look at what I'm doing. So I tore these pages out of my sketchbook, and as if I didn't learn my lesson, I didn't trim it off. The first book I made with you on the first day had the jagged edges, and I just trimmed it off. Not a big deal. I don't make these things too precious in my mind, but I want you to know you can always just change your mind. Oh, there we have some paint up in there. Okay, so as you saw, I folded it this way and I folded back on itself. Turn, fold it back on itself. Edge to edge, fold. All right. At this point, we have our W. W. Not an M. A W. But it's easier here when you have one side painted and one side white. Okay, so it says a W. Good. And now you're going to cut on that edge. Seeing my edge? Yes, right there. Okay, put it back. You see the W. Turn it this way. Pinch. Ta-da! It just always feels like magic. Wow. Always. Sometimes it's a little tight. You really have to be precise to the edges. I rush the drying process, but make sure it dries fully. Look at that. Beautiful. So the way we did it, when we held it vertically and swiped down, we got these beautiful vertical lines. Look at these lines. Nice. The other one, right? The other one will give us more of a horizontal feel. Okay. Okay, so here's an example I did on one of my paint scraping books. So with this paint scraping, I had quite a bit of white space, which gives a lovely effect. But some areas I filled it in. I find it looks like a wave, like splashing up. So this is the beginning part, and it goes like this, splashing up, and then the end of the wave. I love that. So I put stickers, like my butterfly stickers. I have these beautiful iridescent kind of stickers with a little bling on it. I have my positive affirmation, and I cut it out and put it at the front as like a cover. This page I love very much because we had the swiping, the paint swiping of the paint, and when it's dry, I went in with paint pen, the pink and the white lines, and then I put stickers. But it just felt, these felt like ocean waves, and this I feel feels like mountains, slopes. It still feels like ocean waves too, but with the bird and this, I feel and get more mountains, meadows, florals, summertime. Look at this, beautiful. So I'm still working on this piece by piece, each one, but this shows you a little example of how you can embellish and add words. I'm going to add more words, add journaling, etc. So these are the ones we did today, and I can't wait to dive into these later tonight because these really feel like a landscape, and I'm going to have fun with this. I love this bright green. I just think it energizes the entire book. And there you have it. See you tomorrow.